right when I got on board, I was handed about 10 CDs, with Kyle Cram telling me to go. He handed me some CDs and he said, "Hey, look at these. We're picking a branding company." I was a news reporter. I had never branded a community. I didn't even know what that was. But I started reading through these 10 proposals and started kind of getting basically self-teaching at that minute what Seguin was doing. What were we doing? We, as a task force, there was city staff members and there was 2 council members, we decided to narrow it down to five destination branding companies, and we invited them to come present to us here in Seguin. We had companies from San Antonio, other parts in Texas, and across the United States. The request for the proposals was very, very specific, looking for an agency that had experience branding communities our size, and proven success with their strategies. And honestly, Chandler Thinks was kind of there, maybe the middle or lower of the pack, but as soon as he walked in the door, his enthusiasm and the homework that he had done prior to getting there was just put everyone else behind. I mean, he had the ideas, he had the energy.
In his past experiences have proved to be very successful for his other communities that he had worked with, and so we decided to go with him, and we hit the ground running with him and his company, bringing him into Seguin to do interviews and focus groups with leaders of our community, as well as a survey asking for our locals' opinions on Seguin. And he was very big on the 5 senses. He wanted to know, when you think of Seguin, what do you see? When you hear, what do you hear when you think of Seguin? What do you taste when you think of Seguin? And so on. And so that really helped, I think, lead into what Seguin is for our local citizens. And not only did he ask locals, but he also asked out-of-towners. He went to our neighboring communities and asked for their opinions about Seguin. And so from those interviews and the focus groups and the surveys, he kind of developed some brand truths for Seguin and about what, no matter who you talk to, these are the things that came up over and over again. And so that kind of became our history, our hardworking character, as well as our location on the Guadalupe River, being east of San Antonio, our location of convenience to be able to get to San Antonio and Austin for, the metropolitan needs that you might have, but still being a big enough city to boast a university, a state-of-the-art hospital, and a thriving economy with a diverse manufacturing base.
The brand's strengths, in my opinion, are, as I've stated before, that it really reflects the community. It shows, the historic nature of Seguin, the industry that's already existing here within the community. That we have a large manufacturing presence, that of people that get down and dirty and get work done right. As far as weaknesses go, to be honest, I really don't see any weaknesses with this brand. I think it just hits the nail on the head of this community.
The brand will help market all of Seguin as a destination, whether it be for tourists, business, or new residents. Really what we were trying to do was get one message, cohesive message that the Chamber, the downtown, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and the city, and economic development, and even our businesses can all jump on and use. And so we have this one message of Seguin. It's real, but everybody's going to be able to use it in their own way and say it in their own voice. For economic development, it could be focusing on our workforce, of its hardworking character, of its manufacturing strength, its background of being blue collar and willing to work hard.
I feel that the new brand is going to bring a ton of opportunities to Seguin economic development. It's going to help tell our story a little bit clearer, who we are. It's going to explain, who's in the community, both the people that live here and the businesses that are established here. It's going to make it a lot easier to present ourselves to site selectors and other prospects, simply with the new logo right off the bat, just letting them know, hey, we're Seguin, Texas. We've got some true Texas grit behind us, and we've got some real world-class citizens here that are ready to work hard.
What's interesting about It's Real is the fact that it not only fits the community, we tend to, if I was to ask about different communities that surround, what is their brand, you may or may not remember it. For me, It's Real is one of those things that whether you want to remember it or not, it sticks there. So from that aspect, I think it does tell a story about the community. But as a brand, if I'm trying to recruit a company B, C, D, whatever it is, and you're talking about your brand, you can tie the It's Real to a lot of things. But if I'm the business person on the other end, it's an easy thing to remember. It's real. What does that really mean? The fact that it gets you thinking, I like it.
I feel that the board was very supportive of the new branding campaign, branding initiative, and the logo. When we presented it and kind of explained the story behind the brand, it really opened their eyes, and they were able to understand that it's not just a brand, but there's a story behind it, and it truly reflects the community. Our board president, Mr. Haynes, I believe he was on board with this. Mr. Haynes, who is the CEO of the Guadalupe Regional Medical Center, he's a businessman, and he surrounds himself with individuals that he knows he can trust their opinions, and that'll put him in a good spot, and his business in a good spot. And members of his marketing department have explained to him that they've seen this brand, they've seen the logos associated with it, and they can run with it and make it work.
I like this. I can work with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you're a painter and they give you if they give you a landscape, you paint landscape, and you have a gorgeous one. I can work with this. Sculpture, they give you the right clay. I can work with this. Our marketing director, Chelsea Grayson, came back after the meeting and told me, here's what the meeting was about. Here's where this is going. It's Real is something that I can really work as from a marketing standpoint. I like it. So I said, great.